Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Pro Gaming Series. We're on Week 7, Day 1, and we're entering our second game between Infuse and Mineski. Of course, I am Amplifier.
And I am Atlas. I'm not Ika.
Yeah. She'll be back later. But
Yep.
We're about to enter our second game. Grabe, dominating game from Mineski. Just really starting off our week, really well. At least for them. For Infuse, that was definitely very hard to watch.
I was thinking that Infuse might have the advantage because of their composition. Because drafting a composition like that, where you have a 2-tier threat from the mid and the AD carry, that requires a lot of trust in your jungler to keep your lanes up. But Hechizo...
things were very difficult for them. Mineski just had vision from the very beginning and it never disappeared. Hopefully, Infuse comes back, but we're actually entering the pick and ban phase right now, so let's just get straight into it for now. Don't forget, we still have our match and win appearing in the next 3 games, so do watch out for that. Buksan nyo lang ang LOL client nyo and make sure that you put in that code as quickly as possible. And of course, this would be possible with our sponsor, as you can see on the screen, Bacchus Energy Drink. Drive your energy. So now we're in the pick and ban phase, and let's check out the bans.
Yeah, looking at the bans right now, you can see a lot of support, caster support banned out. You have the Nami, the Lulu, and the Morgana. And these kinds of supports have been rising tide, especially Nami. Pun intended.
That's true. Yeah. And I mean, Noel, he's very, very fond of these mages. Actually, nung dating Garena Premier League, he was known for always playing Lux support. So this guy is just very much, well, let's just say he doesn't really like playing tanks, pretty much. So it's very understandable.
There's so much utility and early game poke you get from these kinds of carries. As for the other bans, Caitlyn, Victor, pretty standard, especially considering Exo's performance earlier. Ari, that's probably more of a respect ban more than anything.
Yeah, he's been pretty proficient on Ari, and he's had a lot of success on that champion, so we won't be seeing her in this game. Caitlyn as well, respect ban onto JRM, because he usually plays either Caitlyn or Lucian, so we won't be seeing Caitlyn for this game. And Graves immediately taken by Mineski for this game. So compared to other regions, hindi natin masyado nakita yung mga other popular junglers like, say, for example, Elise or Rek'Sai. We're not really
I really
seeing
want
them.
to see Elise and Rek'Sai
back
in this scene, especially Elise. She's the queen of the jungle. It seems like Infuse is really set on that composition with the Ezreal. We'll see if he'll actually pick up the Varus again, or he'll opt for another champion that has a similar playstyle.
We'll see. I mean, actually it's weird kasi Hechizo, naglalaro naman siya ng Kindred, but we're not seeing Kindred being played by Hechizo, which would have been nice to see. Although, when you're up against a Graves, maybe he's quite scared because Kindred was nerfed recently. And he does have, let's just say they have a harder time in the early game. So maybe they're looking
especially with the changes to how their stacks are formed.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, but the Lee Sin pick instead of that,
interesting.
I'm really
not sure that you would
this.
take this above Elise and Rek'Sai, who are easier to play and more effective.
They have a lot more control than Lee Sin, because Lee Sin relies so much on ramping up early in the game.
That's true.
If he doesn't, like with last game, Infuse is gonna have a real bad time this game.
Maybe Infuse looking to be more present in the early game as compared to the first game, so maybe we're gonna see more aggression from them. Bard being taken by Noel, and being a Bard lover, I'm very excited to see how well Noel does on that champion. Sivir also locked in for Mineski for Zensho, and Infuse respond with a Braum and a Fizz. So Fizz was banned by Infuse earlier, and they decided to take it this game. He was nerfed though in patch 6.12 sa mga hindi nakakaalam. They reduced the damage over time of his Seastone Trident, yung W niya, and then they increased the cooldown of his Playful Trickster.
The nerf actually doesn't just come from the changes to Fizz himself, but to the Keystone Masteries. The change to Grasp of the Undying increases the damage, but really lowers the heal. So for top laners like Fizz and Echo, that don't have their own form of sustain, this is really bad. Because they don't get the same amount of sustain. But for champions such as Irelia and Trundle, which we saw last game, it's really good for them because they already have their own form of sustain, and it just increases their dueling potential in the top lane.
That's
so
true.
The Fizz might be a little weaker, but it is still strong.
Yeah, so we'll see how how Gertrude will deal, especially up against this Trundle. If you notice, actually, in the past 4 games na Mineski with this new roster, TG has only played either Trundle or Irelia, and EXO has only played Zillion or Victor. So far, no, medyo bago sila sa role nila. It's looking like they have pretty small champion pool so far, or maybe they just really love these champions but have others to play. We're not sure, but we'll see how JRM will do with this Fizz. Maybe it'll go top lane. Swain is a flex pick, so we might see...
That's gonna be a double flex. Just gonna pick the Lux maybe?
So this is gonna be... Yeah, this is probably gonna be Fizz in the top lane and then Lux mid. So they're going to be putting up the Lux against the Zillion.
It's a decent matchup. I mean, she can outrange the Zillion bombs.
Yeah.
And looks like, though, that Mineski's entire composition is just get in there really fast. So that might actually be a problem for ZXC.
Yeah, this is a speed comp.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing personnel, kid.
Huge mid game spike. It looks for Mineski. Looking again, even though their early game or their game 1 composition was mostly focused on late game, it looks like they really wanna get things going early on for this game. And Infused, showing us the Lee Sin and the Fizz, both pretty shaky picks at the moment. We're not so sure how they'll deal or how they'll go for this game. But yeah, let's break down the team composition. So for Mineski, how's it looking?
For Mineski, I really like their team composition because, as you said, it's really high spiking power in the mid game, and you just can go straight in with these with the Graves and the Trundle, boosted by not only the On the Hunt, but also opening up other pathways to enter with the Magical Journey, and just more speed boost coming from the Zillion. As for Infuse, it seems like their team composition is similar to last games.
Actually.
The only difference is this is a magic damage poke mid laner.
Yeah,
so
true.
ZXC is still going to have the same problems as Varus as he did earlier. So maybe James and even actually Noel can help in roaming to shut down these other carries.
Yeah.
So it seems like Mineski just has to play the early game similar to last game if they want to get this one in the bag.
So again, Mineski looking to dominate the early game. Hopefully we see more vision from Infused in this game because the vision did not look so great in the previous game. Hechizo being on this Lee Sin, maybe he'll provide better counter ganks, especially against James, who had a great game earlier, by the way, just 5-0, highest KDA of the previous game.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, his pathing just, I don't know. Infused never saw it coming. I don't know if it's because they didn't have vision or they were just a bit lax in lane. But they should not be lax in lane this game.
And especially the vision, though, because vision is what gives you this information. Information reduces risk, and you want these plays to have the least risk for the highest reward. Vision gives you so much value from that. Not just value, but tempo as well.
Yeah, so hopefully Infuse put up vision for themselves para hindi masyado madilim ang mapa nila, especially since they want this Lee Sin to find picks for the team.
Maybe Hechizo will be kind of forced to bring in more vision because Sightstone might be a very useful pickup for a Lee Sin for all those insect plays.
Yeah, he could go Skirmisher, Sightstone, or he could go with a Tracker's Knife.
The Tracker's Knife, yes.
So hopefully we see more vision from them. Infuse really looking to spike as well in that mid game with the Ezreal tier, plus the Lux, who usually becomes effective after around 2 core items. So hopefully they're able to reach that point because they clearly did not.
I really want to see a composition like this in action, but as I said earlier, it's the same problem as last game. The same weaknesses that can be taken advantage of by Mineski.
Tower diving actually looks really scary on Mineski's side.
Especially when you have champions like Lux.
Zillion and Bard actually would just destroy people on their towers. I mean, you could use the Bard ult to just nullify any damage from the turret, and then Zillion comes in and just stuns
just
everyone.
Bombing drive-by. High-speed ult, man. But yeah, ZXC definitely gonna have to step up a lot since last game. Because he's still playing a very similar champion. JRM, a little bit of a change in pace with the Braum instead of the previous pick, which was a Janna. Still defensive, very, very defensive, but I predict that it's gonna go a little better with a more solid front line.
Yeah, that's true. They do have the Braum this time, and then more early game engage at least with this Lee Sin. medyo hindi nga talaga on the same page kasing Infuse kanina. We were seeing parang randomly nag-SS ng bigla si Hechizo tapos hindi nakaka-follow up ng Virus ult si yung Infused. So we saw a definite lack of synergy between the team, but maybe they were able to recuperate this game. We'll see. We're about to enter the Summoners in just a bit. Again, guys, this is the Pro Gaming Series. We're on week 7, the last week of the group stages, and then we'll be entering the playoffs very soon. Grabe, guys. Remember, Rampage is on July 23. So sobrang lapit na.
So hype.
Yeah, and be sure to get your tickets as soon as possible. Actually, sobrang daming giveaways recently. So do be sure to check out all of the giveaways and know that there's actually online reservation actually for tickets as well. I believe
that will be very useful. I'm actually having my own giveaway on my page.
Yeah.
Just facebook.com/atlasph.
Yeah.
All you have to do is follow the instructions. It'll be 5 winners because there's 5 Rampage tickets. So check it out. We're back. We're on the Rift right now. Seems like the team's infused.
Yeah, looking
pack of wolves.
Yeah, invading right now. Will we see any engage? Level 1 engage. There's not much except for the root from Lux, but all 5 are spotted out.
10 gold though. 10 gold advantage.
Yeah,
GG, well played.
Yeah, GG. 10 gold advantage. But again, let's just have a rundown. So for the blue side, that's going to be TG in the top lane with Trundle, Hamas in the jungle with Graves, EXO in the mid lane with that Zillion, and for the duo lane, that's going to be Zensho and Noel with the Sivir and the Bard.
On the red team, there is Infuse. For the top lane, they have Gertrude swimming in the top lane with that Fizz. In the jungle, the blind monk, Hachichizo on that Lee Sin. For the mid lane, bringing light to the mid lane is ZXC on that Lux, and JRM and Akil on that very, very ship duo, Ezreal and Braum.
Oh, really?
OTP, dude.
I thought it was the Ezreal Taric bot lane.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
that's the...
If you're going to ship any bot lane, it's going to be the Ezreal Taric.
Yeah, I did forget about the Taric.
Yeah, and right under that would probably be like an Ezreal Lux or something. And I know people ship that, but...
It is kind of canon, though.
Yeah, it's too much, you know. The Ezreal Taric lane is just... It's the best.
Yeah, that one's undisputed.
Ooh, we're seeing a bit of an invade here. Noel looking to interrupt this Grom take from... Oh, TG also looking to pull off his own little cheese here. Gertrude getting quite low, and the base damage nerf really showing there. Not much damage going on to Gertrude as he wins that trade. Noel pushed away.
There's a lot of action just happening here in the first 2 minutes of the game. And you will actually see the effect of that nerf onto Grasp of the Undying onto Gertrude, because he will have a harder time sustaining against his lane, because Trundle has his own form of sustain in his passive.
Yeah, that's true.
Gertrude will have to rely on the nerfed healing from Grasp of the Undying, so we'll see how the top lane goes.
Yeah, the last thing Infuse wants is to lose lane again. This game, bot lane not looking so good, being zoned out by the Bard and the Sivir, who were quite low at the beginning because of that Gromp start, which was delayed by Noel, so good job from him. And Gertrude getting very low. Oh my goodness, will he actually get the kill? First blood goes over to TG, and again, this TG is a happy boy for the past 2 games, getting real good kills for the past 2 games so far. And good start again from Mineski. There's the Q coming in from Hechizo as he lands a lot of damage. Will the stun land? No, it does not, but the stun of EXO lands. He's able to get out safely, so Hechizo looking to get more damage down in the early game, but they don't finalize the kill. Worth though, because the flash is gone.
The flash is gone, but EXO quick on the trigger to dodge any further damage there. And for the top lane, you can see that Gertrude is having a really hard time fighting head-on, and without the playful trickster, no flash means that TG obviously gets that kill. Ignite, no value for him in that fight.
Pretty much, and things not looking good for Gertrude in this early game. So
look at that. He's just beating him down.
Yeah, smack him with that. You know, just nothing, no trade whatsoever. Gertrude
That's what's very hard. And since he already lost the initial fight, this Ignite from Gertrude actually has lesser value right now.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like half value now after that first blood.
Because you don't want to fight against someone who's 400 gold above you.
Yeah, pretty much. And already down 10 CS. Hopefully Hechizo does help him out in that top lane.
Hechizo is actually going to be vital for this matchup here.
Yeah.
And I really do think that this is a battle of pressure and vision coming from both Hamas and Hechizo.
Yeah, pretty much. And red buff, I think, actually being stolen there by Hamas because of that early mid lane gank.
It's going to hurt Hechizo so much.
It's going to put him behind in terms of the creep score, having that buff up. And
the Krugs too.
Just take everything. Take everything and leave. Just don't hurt me.
Oh, and a gank coming up, probably.
Yeah, and he has no idea this is coming. No vision there. Actually, there was vision coming in from Hechizo, James himself and Gertrude. I don't think he's gonna like this. There's gonna be the top lane gank. Bit of a slow there from TG, but he does get away with that playful trickster.
And looks like a fight gonna go in bot lane.
Whoop. Good journey out. No stun connecting for a kill, and there's the shield, although it actually goes in the wrong direction. But that will be an even trade. Hechizo is sad because there is no red buff waiting for you.
You'll want some revenge after that, but the top lane gank earlier I think is a little misplay coming from James, because you usually want to flank Fizz, not go from behind him, because he just urgent strike through you.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's a pretty much free escape room. Oh,
Ooh, is that a bait there? TG putting on quite a lot of damage, and there's the ignite. Actually, it won't kill him though. Will it?
It actually does.
Revenge.
Oh man, Gertrude, well played there.
Ignite worth now, and that's going to be EXO. A bit of a tight spot right now. They don't want the double stun to land, but this is pretty much a sure kill. Oh wait, EXO is actually still alive. The Q misses. He actually flashes in. Hechizo, what are you going to do? The land goes. The kill does go over to ZXC, and James in a pretty bad spot right now. Q about to go off cooldown. There it is. The flash not worth. He was not able to time that right, in 3-1 on the kill score right now in favor of Infuse.
Yeah, that flash actually helps Hechizo finish him off.
that was a bit weird coming in from James there. So things looking better for Infuse, at least in this early game.
Mineski has to keep their guard up. They can't underestimate Infuse even after last game.
Yeah.
Because if ever this composition actually gets out, is that a fight gonna happen?
Oh, a kill coming in, actually trying to land the stun. That's the arcane shift coming in. The stun almost there. Whoa, they'll actually find the kill, and Akil gets the kill. Oh, that was actually unfortunate that he got it. But Gertrude again fighting TG up in this lane. Level 6 is up, and the ult actually is down, but he gets the kill anyway. And another kill going over to Gertrude. Things looking much better for him. 2-1 right now after getting that Ruby Stone and the Corrupting Potion. I'm actually not sure what happened there. Tiamat was up for TG, but he was not level 6 though, so he was at a level disadvantage. And that's another kill for Gertrude.
Yeah, having no subject and Infuse this game really turning all of my statements around.
Yeah.
And I think that is because they're playing the same kind of composition.
Yeah.
The same goes. If they're the same weaknesses to take advantage of, they're the same strengths that you can focus on.
Yeah.
And you already know what weaknesses you have. So that might be a quick adaptation coming from Infuse.
Yeah, I think Mineski totally disregarded the early game damage of this Lee Sin as well. James is not as free to be roaming around confidently as he was against the Gragas, because, well, it's not Gragas this time, it's a Lee Sin. So should be a bit more careful.
Yeah. A lot more pressure.
Kill there, but no one to follow up. So he
just there to help clear out the wave with the Targons. More gold for ZXC. And yeah, with these early advantages onto Infuse's team comp, might go for a little dive here.
Dive there? EXO is quite far from the turret, and he's going to be recalling now.
Just looking for a few jungle camps to counter jungle.
Yeah, so we'll see. The first dragon coming up is the Cloud Drake. Probably the least worth of all four.
Actually. So probably more action going to be on the top lane or in the Rift Herald.
Yeah.
That are just really big fights, because that Cloud Drake, it sucks.
Yeah.
There's no roundabout way of going. It's too lame.
It's the hardest to kill, and it's the crappiest buff. So
yep.
I'm pretty sure
you really don't want to allocate so many resources there. And you can see that Hechizo is actually...
Gertrude actually looking to engage here. The ult used, and Hechizo is actually here to back up. Will there be a Q? It actually misses. Good dodge from TG, and not going to be any kills up there.
I don't think that was a dodge. I think he just missed.
Yeah, well, I'd like to say it was a dodge.
Oh, okay, Let's put our faith in the players.
So EXO putting a bit of damage on his own. Double Doran's forced because of the early gank earlier by Hechizo.
Man, look at the lead on EXO, on ZXC over EXO. That's 20. That's over 3 waves. No, 4 waves right now.
Yeah, and we did say there was a range advantage for ZXC. I mean, first of all, if the root lands from ZXC, it's almost a sure kill once Hechizo visits that lane. So it's understandable EXO playing very defensively.
And having to use that Zillion ult to save yourself, that's not very good utility when it comes to mid-game.
That's true.
So all these early advantages coming from Infuse definitely helps out their composition, because last game their problem was they weren't able to ramp up, but now they will have the chance.
Yeah, they actually don't mind if the game lasts very long, because Ezreal scales pretty well off into the mid and late game, unlike Sivir and Graves, who eventually fall off, and they're the main damage dealers of Mineski here. So if anything, Mineski are the ones who want the lead that Infused has right now.
And Sivir, a little fight.
Will we see any ult? Actually, there is an ult, and the Ignite is actually popped. That's a dead TG pretty much. And yep.
Walk away from the burning troll.
Yeah, I mean, the worst feeling is just waiting for that Ignite to kill you. You know, like a couple of other games I know where you just stare at them in the face and then wait for you to die. It's just sadness. And there's going to be an engage down here. There's the On the Hunt being used by Zensho, and the ult as well actually being used. There's the TP coming in from EXO. Will we see any kills go down? Akil actually dies, and the rest of the members of Infuse will be backing out. ZXC here to help. The Q lands from Hedgeso, but I don't think they're going to be looking for any more kills there. They're going to be forced to back out, and I think this Dragon or bot lane turret will be in favor of Mineski, pushing them away.
If I was Mineski, I'd just take the turret and ignore the Dragon completely.
Or
just get the Dragon so you see what's the next one. That's the only use for Cloud Dragon right now, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, aside from the faster movement speed, there's not much you get out of that. So we'll see. Yeah, they just totally ignore that Drake. It's not even there. You know, it's just,
we see ZXC.
What's this pit for? What is this? And what's this minion? What's this minion doing in this pit? Yeah.
This has less value than a caster minion.
So they won't be taking that.
Feels so bad. No, just you wait. When Riot realizes all of this complaining about Cloud Drake, they'll buff him so hard. Yeah. He'll be better than Mountain
Yeah, you never know what they're gonna add to that guy. I mean,
gives you tenacity.
Or something like that. Yeah, maybe you're just. I don't know. They better buff that quite soon. But for now, everyone's just leaving that one and ignoring that one. CS differences so far. Biggest lead in the mid lane. ZXC is having a great time right now since EXO was forced to go after the double Dorans. He actually gets the catalyst into Rod, I believe. This will be, though, Rod of Ages was nerfed in this patch because
the mana to health.
Yeah, the mana to health conversion was nerfed.
All of the catalyst items were nerfed.
Yeah.
So
I actually don't think it's a very good pickup anymore if you're not a combat mage like Ryze.
Like Vladimir, Ryze. Yeah. If you're this utility and bursty mage like Zillion, you'll definitely want more power, more oomph in your buffs and in your damage.
Yeah, so
he's not clearing the waves as effectively as he would.
It's just not worth it. You know, maybe you grab something like a Morelos or something, but Rod is not looking so great on mages like Zillion. Another engage happening here. Bot lane, will the stun land? Yes, it does, but I don't think there's going to be any follow-up. TP coming in actually from TG, and he puts down the damage. Akil is left alone here to deal with the rest of them. He goes down. Hammers is here as well to deal his own damage, but he's forced to back out. Gertrude with his own TB, but he's actually going to ignite. Oh no, he actually just put down the damage over time and leaves Hammers to die on his own. That was actually going to be a 1-for-1 trade. And in favor of no one so far, except if Gertrude dies. I don't know if he'll be able to go down Playful Trickster to escape. And that's going to be, an even trade between both of the teams.
An even trade, though, is actually a win. A very, very small win for Mineski. Because if you're behind, an equal trade, that's pretty good, considering your situation. And this brings them around 2K away from Infuse. At this point in the game, it's a relatively decent gap in gold.
Yeah.
And
oh wow, look, they actually see the Dragon. Yeah, so I think Hedgeso can pretty much solo this, though. ZXC and JRM will go over to help.
I mean, it's free.
Yeah, it's free. So they just decide to take it. Ham is actually here, but he ignores it. Pretty much he knows he can't contest with that. Noel here, the stun does land. But I don't know if there will be follow-up. EXO is here. No double stun, though. And they'll be going back to their lanes, pretty much.
Seems like the next Drake will be someone useful. The Infernal Drake gonna come up in around 6 minutes.
So there's a Dragon again in this game.
So that's gonna probably be a priority for both of these teams. They want more damage, and
if anything, Mineski. Mineski is the one who really wants this.
They need more damage than they already do.
They need to snowball.
So right now, Sivir just acts like a multiplier for TG and Hammers.
Yeah, pretty much. And things not looking so good for EXO in the mid lane as well, so they really need whatever buffs they can get from that Infernal Drake. Gertrude putting down the ult actually in TG again. He's actually gapped down by 2 levels, and he's down by a couple of CS. The Ignite goes down, and Hammers is here to respond. Gertrude gets his own kill. Will he go down from the revenge? Hammers actually already popped. There's the ult, and he goes down. It's a 1-for-1 trade. And Gertrude is taken down right after he gets the kill.
That's a shutdown. That's pretty big gold for Hammers.
Yeah. He not looking as good as he did in the earlier game. Infused looking much better right now with a slight gold lead. And Mineski looking a bit scary right now. They're not getting the lead that they ideally should be for their team composition kasi alam naman natin lahat kapag Graves at Silver player tayo, gusto natin early game. Sa atin yun dapat. Pero things not looking good for them. They will eventually fall off as the game progresses, but we haven't hit mid-game just yet. So there is still hope for them.
Minutes.
Yeah.
But this game already looks like it's in past the 20s.
Yeah.
And Gertrude, a lot of kills onto him.
Yeah.
And I think that snowballed from the equalizing kill where he baited TG into fighting near his turret. That was pretty clever there.
Yeah, so
and I think that was a turning point for that lane.
Iceborne Gauntlet being taken by Gertrude. And he's enjoying the 5-2 right now. So
yeah.
He was enjoying what James had in Game 1 with 5 kills already this early on. He's looking to be dealing a lot of damage. And TG, he is quite gapped in CS with no help so far. Well, he did receive a bit of help from James earlier. Hopefully they still continue to help out that lane. There is vision on the top side, so he will be quite safe.
Yeah, and that Hydra, the Tiamat, building onto probably a Tiamat or the other Hydra.
Titanic Hydra.
The Titanic Hydra is probably the only thing keeping him from being constantly pushed in by Gertrude and possibly set up for a tower dive from Hechizo. So that's a pretty good pickup for him, but he's still in an uphill battle right now.
He really is. TG gonna take a longer time to scale than he did on the Irelia. Not sure why he didn't take it this game, so they needed a bit, probably more CC. Although, actually, Irelia wouldn't have been such a bad pick this game.
Yeah, actually. She does have her own sustain, and the Triforce change is really helping her a lot, more so than it helps Struggle.
Yeah, that's true. There's an engage here, Akil. Going for the ult, and there's going to be Noel being stunned. There's the kill going over to GRM, who finally gets his own kill. Meanwhile, there's a top lane engage, but no lockdown to that slippery fish pretty much, and he gets away. This bot lane again being dominated by the side of Infuse. They're looking to take this bot turret, and Sivir looking to run away pretty much as Hechizo hunting him down.
Run, Forest, run. But yeah, talking about the win conditions and ways to reach those win conditions, I was actually surprised that Noel did not roam as much as he should have. He's a bard. He has to collect all those little chimes. So roaming is actually kind of a necessity for this champion, and EXO would have needed a lot of help.
Yeah.
Because ZXC is very vulnerable considering how immobile Lux is.
Yeah, they weren't able to get Noel running around with that bard and maybe afraid of Hechizo engage, but regardless, hindi talaga nakapag-roam tong si Noel on that bard, and it did remove a lot of the early game advantage that bard has.
And if there's anyone who's gonna help win this matchup, this kind of composition versus composition, it would be the jungler and the support.
Yeah.
With the bard together with the damage of the Graves.
Yeah, that would be
that's vital
yeah.
to winning these lanes, because you have weaker laners in the mid lane and top lane considering.
Ooh, GRM looking for another kill, and the flash is actually going to be forced there. The Q from Akil misses, and the magical journey there just to help out Noel. The ult is popped, looking to take this bot turret. TPs are up for both top laners, so we might see a fight soon. 1 minute and 15 seconds up until that dragon. And there is some pretty good vision from the side of Infuse, looking much better than it did in Game 1.
The game's still very close. The gold is very close, but it's a question of where's the gold more effective in, and it's definitely onto Infuse right now with all the items they have.
Ooh, there's gonna be an engaged TP coming in for Mineski. TG will have to help out EXO, although he does disengage.
Cancel that.
Yeah, so no TP, and that's gonna be pretty huge if this lane goes up.
Infernal Drake, definitely. So TG has to be where the dragon is, but that means Gertrude has free reign to push this top lane in.
Yeah, Gertrude has so many options. He can either just keep bullying TG up here, or try to engage if there's going to be a dragon fight. Again, that is the Infernal. There is enough vision for Gertrude right now to TP in. They might want to refresh their wards around there. But mid lane is being pushed in right now, and EXO... Oh, Noel putting down the ult. Will there be any response? There's the Q coming in from James, and there's going to be the stun actually onto ZXC. He's in a really bad spot right now, and there's going to be the kill going over to EXO. There's going to be a response right now. That's a TP coming in from Gertrude, and Noel in a pretty bad spot. Magical Journey away, and Zensho as well with a response. Akil goes down. Noel goes down as well. And Gertrude, he does not have the ult to finish off Zensho. He does back out, and this will be a dragon. That was a 1-for-2 trade in favor of Mineski, and they might look to contest this dragon, although there is no vision in there. Oh, actually there is, but it was taken away. We'll see how this one goes.
Let's see if James can get the 50-50 smite, but it looks like they're just going to go in and try and scare them off.
Yeah, that's pretty much a free Infernal Drake after that unfavorable trade for Infuse, and after the Dragon, they're looking to take this mid turret.
Together with the stats and the gold gained from the fight earlier, and the stats gained from Infernal Drake, that pretty much equalizes the game. That's a 500 gold difference, and that's not much at this point of game. At around 20 minutes, 500 gold. That's like 100 gold per member.
Yeah, and things are looking much better right now. That's a huge morale boost, pretty much, for Mineski, and hopefully makikita tayo ng roam finally from Noel on this Bard. And TG looking slightly better as he did finish that Spirit Visage, so he can withstand the damage more from Gertrude. Gertrude has his ult up. There it goes. Hechizo here with a response. Will he be able to survive? TG not looking so good right now. There's the ult as well coming in from ZXC, so TG does go down.
But a lot more confident than he was in the laning phase, where he was just being beaten down by this Gertrude.
Yeah, embarrassing. I mean, TG's a huge troll. You're being beaten by that little annoying fish. So
but right now, he has a little bit of power in his belt. Able to go toe-to-toe. Actually, not toe-to-toe, just beat down this Fizz here.
Things looking much better for TG, although he was killed. Infuse looking to take down this mid turret. And Mineski looking more confident right now. Although hopefully we see more picks coming in from this Bard and this Zillion.
And Noel really has to step up, especially from the early game where he didn't have really much of an impact. It seemed like a 1v2 there. Oh, is it?
Ooh, see an engage. No ult from Hechizo.
Good spell shield. Actually, no. The Winter's Bite didn't actually even hit the spell shield.
So Gertrude gonna be split pushing down this lane. Things are gonna slow down a bit with ZXC. Will he go down? There's no CC to lock him down, actually. Nexus is quite far. Yeah, Gertrude actually here to respond. There's the ult almost connecting.
The Lobo Shark not hitting.
Yeah.
And definitely both teams on their toes really want to go a little more aggressive than they've been in the past few minutes.
Yeah, looking like this mid turret will be the next objective to take. Hechizo's ult is up in case they go for the insect kick engage. No objectives to take right now since bot turret is down. So Infuse looking for a fight right now.
They really want to fight this because especially Mineski. Mineski has a composition that wants to fight. They want to go in deep. They want to run over your front line and just go for the priority targets straight away. They just ignore Hechizo and Gertrude if they can and just go straight for JRM and ZXC.
Yeah. Sadly, I'm still sad kasi wala pa ring Dark Star skins na nag-appear dito. I really want to see those skins in action already. Maybe we'll see them in the next 2 games. Remember guys, G-Hub versus Bargods still up in the next 2 games. So do watch out for that. The match and win code still up for grabs. Again, Program, Lissandra, Ghost Bride, Morgana, Blakecraft, Oriana, Hextech, Anivia, and Snowday Malzahar all being given away to one person. So abang-abang lang kayo dyan. Keep your client ready, and we're seeing a possible top lane engage. Top turret traded for mid turret here. And we'll see if any more objectives are taken. Let's see, Hechizo looking, but he is spotted out by the pink ward. All of the members of Infused are up in this top lane area, but TG actually split pushing here at this bot lane. Let's see if Infused can get anything. Both ults of Gertrude and Hechizo are up. So we might see a possible engage here. Akil's ult is up as well. So we'll see if anything happens.
So far, this game has been a lot more exciting than last game's.
Yeah.
It was pretty much a stomp. But now, they're neck and neck, almost neck and neck here.
Yeah, TG bringing down that turret. Will be seeing anything.
Doing what TG does.
Gertrude actually pumping the ult, but no one's caught there. The snare goes down, and Akil. Ooh! The red turret is actually being destroyed there. No ults landing, actually, pretty much, aside from the ult of ZXC. And wow, Infuse does not get anything from that.
Yeah, Exo actually had to use his ultimate there. So maybe this is an opportunity, but now they're just starting to run away because James is there for the backup.
Yeah, no engage
and
left
PG,
for either team.
PG.
And there
actually
he is,
teleporting
just
top
taking,
lane.
Yeah, he's teleporting
for
right
the
now.
Baron play. Oh, big
the
Baron play. 23
there's
minutes.
no vision right now. Oh, there's the trinket coming in from Infused, and actually no ults to be used except for Hechizo's right now. Actually, Akil also has his ult up.
Actually gonna cancel it though.
Engage? Yeah, they're gonna be backing away. Way too risky for Mineski to try and take that one, but. Good bait. Now Infuse has to worry about that objective.
Because they've seen that how fast Mineski can bring down this Baron at 24 minutes.
Yeah.
That was very brave. That was very, very brave. Actually, I would have wanted them to keep going for it because they were burning it down so fast.
Yeah, it was actually quite fast, but the ults of Hechizo and Akil were still up. So
very
medyo
risky.
delikado talaga yung Baron na yun.
Yep.
They don't want to force that one. Cloud Drake coming up next.
Yeah,
we'll
so
if they decide to take that one
no,
minute.
probably just gonna be more Baron plays.
Yeah,
because Cloud Drake, very unfortunate.
Yeah, but Mineski actually have the option to bait these objectives. Alam naman natin, kapag nasa lead tayo, for any of these solo queue gamers out there, if your team is the early game comp and you are taking advantage of the early game, you can choose to bait these objectives, especially since Mineski are looking to take advantage of this Graves and Sivir early on in the game. They do have the vision down. We'll see if they decide to bait this dragon. It looks like Infuse actually are going for the bait pretty much.
Ooh, it's all a matter if Mineski actually falls for it, and vision plays a lot here in these kinds of baits.
Yeah.
So they really have to mind where the wards are and where they're not.
Yeah, they see EXO is up there. They don't know where any of the other members are right now. Actually, they're all around this area
Very
of the dragon.
scary.
Yeah, they have no idea where they are. TG is down here at this bot lane.
Hechizo is exposed.
Oh, Hexo getting 1v1 here, and Gertrude will most probably get this kill right now. I don't know what Exo's doing, split pushing right now, but he's going to have to use the ult on himself just as Dragon is about to respond. There's the stun actually to save himself, and the ult is completely useless. Gertrude actually going to pop both his ult and splash. There's the ult coming from ZXC to snipe him out, and that's going to be a trade pretty much this top lane probably for the Cloud Drake. Mineski looking to secure this one, and no contest from Infuse because they did not have much vision around the area. Keel looking to engage, and the rest of the members of Infuse are looking to engage as well. There is going to be the ult, but it's only going to lock down Akil. Teleport coming in from Gertrude right now, and he is going to be able to respond. No ult from him at the moment as the magical journey saves only Noel. The rest of the members are still trying to get away. Wow, Infuse still engaging despite the really low health right now, and Hechizo really burning down. Noel is able to secure the kill. The rest of Infuse though still trying to fight. Hamas goes down as well. That's going to be a 3-for-2 engage though in favor of Infused. Wow. So much action down there in that bot lane. No turret taken, but the Drake did go over to Infused, I believe. So they were able to... Oh no, actually, that was a Cloud Drake from Mineski. We'll take a look at that replay.
So right here you see Noel just trying to lock down one member, but here comes Gertrude, and here's where the fight just goes ugly for Mineski. Gertrude having a lot of damage. Noel actually escapes, but here's Hechizo, fearless even with low health, and a kill. Both of them are very low health, but they have the trust in their teammates here. James actually traps himself with Gertrude in the pit, but I think it's better than the firing squad of ZXC and JRM. So just a little bit of a messy fight there in the Dragon. Over a Cloud Drake.
Yeah, over a Cloud Drake, guys.
It's like high school drama. It's like not really worth it.
Yeah, pretty much. But that Dragon, actually 2 Dragons so far for Mineski. That is the Infernal and Cloud Drake for them. So mark of the Elder Dragon. Something for them to look forward to.
Next Drake will actually be the Infernal Drake.
Ooh, that's going to look very good actually for Mineski if they're able to secure that one.
Yeah, they really need all that damage boost.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens next. TG still split pushing at this top lane, way more confident to 1v1.
Definitely has a Frozen Heart in it. The new graphic for Frozen Heart actually put me off for a bit. It's like, what is that item? But
what is that?
Oh yeah, it is Frozen Heart.
From afar, it actually looks like a Nivea. Like you got you got the wings there,
or even the blue trinket.
Yeah, it looks a bit weird, but that is the Frozen Heart. Actually.
Yes, that is the new-ish Frozen Heart.
Yeah. So vision being put down at this Baron again. This is definitely an objective to watch out for. Mineski can burn that one down quite quickly. And a lot of vision being focused around this area. Gertrude actually going to be backing off after clearing down the bot lane. So Infused will have control over the top side of the map. And the scuttle though is taken by Mineski, so they know what's up here.
They know what's up there, and they're actually right there near... They don't want to get away from the pit.
Yeah.
Because at this point of the game, both teams can pretty much burn Baron down relatively quickly.
That's true. JRM does have 3 core items right now, so he's definitely very painful right now. Yeah.
And the Baron's pretty much the only objective in anyone's eyes, because it's way too risky to try and siege the second-tier turrets right now.
Yeah.
Because of how the game is structured, how the gold is distributed.
Yeah, I mean...
So definitely the Baron is the apple of their eye.
In terms of engage though, Mineski, medyo unsure yung engage nila actually. Kasi kapag titignan mo yung composition nila, they don't have
really
that much reliable CC except for Noel's ult, which is very telegraphed and very unreliable. So
and it makes your opponents invulnerable. So it's more of it's more of a different utility, more for setup.
It's not really hard to engage. Yeah. So Mineski quite doubtful if ever they're going to go for engage. Unlike Infuse, they do have a bit more reliable engage. They have the root from ZXC, they have the ult from Akil, and the insect kick from Hechizo. So better engage and more mid to late game damage coming out of Infuse. So this is the stage where Infuse is looking to fight now, at least. But Mineski also are quite painful. They do have the Infernal Drake, and Graves and Sivir are still quite painful at this stage of the game. So it's really anyone's game right now. The goal difference is very small. We'll see who is able to put down the better team fight.
I do think that the way Mineski should be playing this composition is the way Sivir should be played. Just barrel through the front line. You just don't try and fight the front line. You don't try to kite them. You just go straight through them onto JRM and ZXC. But of course, Infuse's team comp on the response there makes it very hard. You have the Dragon's Rage from Lee Sin and the wall and the rest of the peel coming from Akil.
Yeah, so plus double Iceborne as well. So that really shuts down the speed.
Difficult.
Yeah,
but that is the way a Sivir composition should be played. And if these things really shut them down, they might have misplayed in the drafting.
I mean,
Zillion.
To me, it's almost always a mistake to not have reliable engage on your team comp, unless you're kiting composition. But the only team that I would confidently look at to not have engage would be SKT, and these guys are not SKT, so they don't even have a kite composition. They're a hard engage speed.
And if
boost
they are
composition.
playing Sivir, though, they want 3 other threats.
Yeah,
you have the Graves, you have the Trundle, yes, but you need one more for that very great value coming from On the Hunt.
Yeah,
maybe someone that relies on positioning for their burst damage.
Actually, yung pwede dito na gawin ng Mineski is they can actually go 1-3-1. You can send Graves and Trundle into other lanes because aside from Fizz, there are not much members that can 1v1 these guys. So you can actually split up Infuse, but it's going to be a double stun coming in from EXO there. JRM actually arcane shifting in, and the stun almost lands. That would have been very crucial, but a lot of the members of Infuse getting quite low. Ham is actually really hurting right now, and Akil forced to use that ult to disengage. Actually, Zensho already, the ult has expired, so there aren't much engage options left. The ult from Gertrude, again, to back off, and a lot of the members of Infuse right now are quite low. Infernal Drake is coming up right now, and it seems like it's all for Infuse. That was a weird engage from JRM.
Definitely.
He was arcane shifting in.
Very, very risky positioning from an 80 carry, and all that skirmish actually gives control of Dragon onto Mineski, but Infuse does not want to give this away.
Yes, going
big
down
ultimate
really
use from ZXC.
Yeah, no ult right now for ZXC, and looks like they're going for the re-engage. Again, no engage except for that double stun, but it actually misses, and still kiting away JRM, trying to put down the damage. James and Zensho quite low. Wow, Zensho flashing in. Will he be able to survive? There's the ult from Zillion to make it worth. They actually get 1 kill onto Hechizo there, and TG trying to engage onto JRM, but it's not worth it. They do get the Dragon for Mineski, and they're looking to take this Baron. There is very minimal, actually there is some vision, but it's only that trinket.
They can't fight that. There is no 50-50. This is all in James to hit that smite.
Yeah.
Hechizo is not there to steal this, and look at how fast they're bringing this down.
There's the TP, it's going to be a 4v5. Gertrude actually coming in. Will he regret the decision? Akil does not. Oh, the ult is coming up in a few seconds, but Gertrude is down. A lot of the members of Mineski are quite low, but they're confident because they do have the damage to burn down this JRM. There isn't any more engage for Infuse, and this Baron, will they still go for it though? Mineski,
seems like they're
will. Quite low.
Oh man.
There is vision here right now for Infuse, so they know this is happening, and Akil and ZXC. Oh, there's the Noel. Wow, the mistimed Q coming in from Bard there, and a lot of the members. Oh, there's the shutdown kill going on to Zensho, and not much damage left, not much health as well. Infused looking like they're gonna win this. There's the solo kill going in for Akil, and way too overconfident there. Mineski forcing that Baron, and they don't get it. Hechizo is here, and wow, this might actually even be a Baron for Infused.
Look at how fast Infuse is taking this down. There's no chance for Mineski to steal this. EXO is way too low, and Noel doesn't have the damage. Wow, what a huge Digni throw coming from Mineski.
Man, and it's not like Mineski to be doing a throw like that.
Those CLG level Baron throws are way too risky. If you're going for the Baron, you either go for it or you try and bait. They were trying both things at the same time with Noel's Tempered Fate.
Way too risky, what they just did there.
And EXO actually misses the bomb stun there.
Yeah. So again, engage problems showing here for Mineski, and they're not able to get that Baron. It is given up to Infused, and Infused can start making their own moves now. That's going to be a very painful JRM and ZXC, he has finished the Ludens and Rabadons. That's going to be a very painful Lux.
Especially considering the poke from both of these carries, ZXC, JRM, combined with a Baron buff. This is some really painful siege coming from Infuse. Let's see if the Dragon value coming from Mineski will be able to overcome this.
Yeah, they definitely want to look for the Mark of the Elder Dragon, which is going to be the next one to spawn. Gertrude is in the top lane split pushing right now. So TG.
See if TG can actually face this.
Yeah, 2-7 so far on the KDA. Not looking so good, but Gertrude totally ignoring him, but he does back out because he is quite painful.
Yeah, looking at the damage there earlier, it seems like TG does have the potential to 1v1 Gertrude.
Yeah.
They're both tanks, so it's going to be a noodle fight.
Yeah, actually. ZXC still pushing that bot lane. Actually, now it's Infuse that's going for the 1-3-1. So they are making good use of that Baron. Since they're falling, Zensho and James on this Graves and Sivir, they've pretty much fallen off.
Yeah, there's not a lot of damage to be multiplied from Zensho.
Pretty much.
There's not a lot of just bruisers to just go in and take advantage of the unrelenting speed force from Zensho. So it looks like the ball is on Infuse to try and finish out this game and prevent themselves from getting any further mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, the only way I can see Mineski engaging reliably is a flank from TG, but the vision right now from Mineski...
It has dwindled.
Yeah, it has dwindled, so we'll see if they'll be able to
they did lose control of their own jungle because how Infuse was just barreling through them in these earlier minutes. However, now, a lot of towers and value gained for ZXC. Yeah, so and the rest of Infuse.
Top lane right now, Gertrude getting quite low there. She's not receiving any damage at all.
The passive healing coming from his passive there, enough. They're fighting in the middle of a creep wave, so definitely a lot of sustain.
Yeah, even with the Baron buff, it's just food pretty much for TG. The troll just taking
his
gold
kingdom.
Yeah, up there. Meanwhile, Infuse taking advantage of their poke right now. They do have the proper engage and disengage to take this mid lane turret. We'll see if Mineski can respond. But honestly, I don't know how Mineski can bounce back from this. Unless Infuse makes a huge mistake, things are not looking so good for Mineski right now.
The thing is, this game is progressing really slow at this point.
Yeah.
And with more... spokes? No? Nothing? But at the pace this game is going right now, there's a lot more room for mistakes because of how long it is. And each mistake is an opportunity for Mineski to get back. Yeah. And definitely what they're looking for is a mistake from ZXC and JRM.
Yeah.
Especially JRM. He's the mobile carry.
JRM did Arcane Shift into the lane earlier.
Yeah, so seeing that tendency, it might be good information for Mineski to keep in mind.
Yeah, and knowing Mineski as well, they're a pretty veteran team, so they know how to play from behind.
Definitely.
They are quite patient as well as a team, so we'll see if they can bounce back. Infuse do have some problems with their team since they are at the bottom of the score right now. Keep in mind, Mineski looking to 2-0 this if they want to make it to the playoffs. Since they are quite shaky, they only have, I believe, 9 points so far compared to G-Hub, who have 11.
Ooh.
And Imperium Protein that have 13. So there is a 3-white tie right now on 9 points. But Mineski winning the game earlier, they are up on 10. So if they want to secure that spot against AEX, they definitely want to get it to 0. There's the engage right now. The double stun is timed onto ZXC, and he actually gets very low. There's the kill that Mineski was looking for, and the kill right now trying to disengage. Noel trying to move forward and land the stall. It does miss. TG now, he's going to be revived with the Zillion ult. There's a lot of damage still coming over from JRM, but Gertrude is going to go down as well. The Guardian Angel is going to be proc right now, and JRM, can he dish out enough damage to even out this fight? Akil cannot withstand the damage coming up from TG. Hedges' ult is down as well, and JRM, he's actually all the way in the fight right now, and I don't know if they'll be able to take him down though. JRM dealing a lot of damage. Will he be able to survive? James is able to finish him off. It's a 3-4-3 right now, and that's going to be another Guardian Angel proc there coming in. Hedgezo quite low. Exo the only one alive. Will the bomb be enough to finish off these two members? There goes one. There's the other. It's going to be pretty much an ace coming in from Mineski. Double kill for Exo, and he saves that fight.
The ace. I was thinking earlier that if there was a turning point, it would be when Elder Dragon spawns. But there, they see that ZXC is way too forward. They have the Tempered Fate go in and just immediately pile drive ZXC into submission. But, however, there was a very big misplay coming from Exo in that entire fight in that he did not cast his ultimate on any of his carries.
Yeah, I mean...
None on James, none on TG, especially TG, and none on Zensho.
Yeah, oh yeah, actually...
That would have changed the flow of this game, not just that fight, if he had done that.
Yeah. I thought I saw EXO use his ult on TG. I'm not sure if he did, but that still, Mineski was able to win that, although they are still behind by 4k gold. Now it's going to be eyes on this mark of the Elder Dragon, and that's going to be huge for Mineski. They do have 2 Infernals and 1 Cloud Jake right now, so that would be a huge speed boost and a huge boost as well on your ability power and attack damage. So they are definitely looking to secure this, although Vision is around for both teams. So we'll see if they can make, or if Infuse definitely looking to deny that mark of the Elder Dragon.
Elder Dragon, definitely an Elder. I mean, look at it. He's got a beard not just on his neck, but all over its back.
Honestly, that's the most badass dragon you could ever take. Like, I remember someone saying, it's like a World of Warcraft RPG boss you have to defeat. And honestly, it is that tanky, though.
I don't think that can beat Deathwing, though.
Well, no,
definitely cannot beat Deathwing, but definitely going to be useful for Mineski if they want to contest this. Baron's also coming up in 1 minute, so if ever that these 2 objectives are up at the same time, Mind games, baits, and all that. Definitely gonna be key to winning this game. Or throws, yes.
So we'll see how it goes, though. This is a very crucial point right now. It's at 40 minutes into the game, and like I said, Mineski's damage dealers have started to fall off.
They're actually starting it.
They're actually starting the Elder Dragon right now. It's going down. Well, not that fast, actually. Mineski, they're looking to take this one. Infuse as well are here. Gertrude actually looking to push in mid because of the hesitation from Mineski. They might be able to take down this mid turret. It is quite low as well.
I think they wanted to pull attention away from Baron, but Gertrude just reads through the bluff.
Yeah, he
just
went straight for it, and now Mineski are forced to respond right now. TG looking to engage. Will the ults be popped? There's the spell shield. No spell shield for a couple of seconds there, and Infuse just trying to play around with Mineski's mind right now. Are we going Baron? Are we going Mark of the Elder Dragon?
And this is where it all gets messy, because they are now both spawned. So we will see how this game goes. They might actually go separate ways and go with different objectives, because Mineski definitely wants this.
Ooh, Gertrude. Gonna be
very risky positioning.
Out. There's the Q landing over from ZXC. Light binding, but no follow-up damage. Mineski again gonna start this. There is gonna be vision, but it's gonna be taken
very
away.
Tanky, 13k.
Oh, no vision. It's a very dark area right now, though, but it's taking so long. There's not enough damage right now from Mineski. There's a Q coming in from Hechiso, but there's no follow-up. They're just playing around and allowing the Dragon to take and put on damage onto Zensha right now. 6k, 5k health. Who's going to be the one to take out this Mark of the Elder Dragon? Mineski seriously want this. TG's getting very low and Infused. They're all still at full health. There's the ult onto the carry. Actually, ZXC in a very dangerous spot right now, but EXO gets very low. He has to use the ult onto himself, and Hammers gets very low as well. Infused looking like they have the upper hand of this fight right now. EXO gets the unstoppable onto Hammers as well. I mean, onto Hechiso. And there's going to be a double kill right now onto EXO. Of all the people getting the kills, we would not expect EXO to be getting them. And TG actually trying to finish off JRM. There's going to be the Guardian Angel to be procced, and that's going to be a win actually for Mineski. Gertrude re-engaging. He's actually going to be taking away a lot of health from Zensho. EXO as well, trying to run away. There's no ult to save him right now. TG trying to run away, but this slippery fish is very happy right now. Wow, there's still the ult actually coming in from EXO. Who's going to win this? Full health TG right now, and EXO actually, I mean, Gertrude
blocked.
Man, that ult completely misses, and Gertrude looking like, well, there's not much left for him to do. He's trying to re-engage onto EXO. There's the shutdown. And it's going to be the battle of the top laners. An ace coming in for Mineski. And
what a long fight. And it was an ace, definitely. But I think that was a huge loss for Mineski there. They did not get the Elder Dragon. They give more gold onto Infuse. And I think that stems from that split attention there. They had the same mistake in the Baron earlier where they threw. But now, of course, Noel, the Tempered Fate there to delay Infuse from getting there.
Yeah,
I think they should have just piled onto the Dragon and get out after that. Instead, they just try and take advantage of the immobility of them of Infuse there. And I think that's a huge mistake coming from Mineski.
Yeah, I mean, now things are still quite scary because Baron and Elder Dragon are still up. We'll see Infuse actually starting off this Baron, and I don't know if Mineski, what are they planning to do? The ults are up once again. That Baron is going down quite fast. They're They're actually going to be backing out. The TP comes in from TG. They're looking to engage right now. There's the ult actually being used from Hedgehog. He gets very low right now. Zensho extremely painful, and Akil taking the brunt of the damage. He's going to be forced to back out. He uses his ult as well. There's the double stun landing onto Akil as well. James almost finishing off the kill. There's the bomb as EXO gets another kill for 939 right now on his KDA. There's going to be the Baron being started by Mineski right now. We'll see how they respond. Hechizo is still here. He does have the Guardian Angel. His smite is up still for Mineski. And oh, there's the ult TG getting very low, and the ult from Gertrude misses once again. Not able to finish anyone off. Who gets the Baron? That's actually going to be Hechizo getting the Baron, and he survives as well. Gertrude trying to do what he can to put down the damage. JRM poking away, putting down the damage. Mineski, I don't know what they're planning to do right now. There is going to be the engage from JRM. A bit overconfident right now, I think, but he is able to take down TG. There's more damage coming off from him as well. Kiting away, Gertrude just trying to distract the rest of the members of Mineski. Gertrude actually able to get a kill. There's the Zhonya's as well to boot. And the Guardian Angel after actually, not the Zhonya's, sorry about that. And they are going to be disengaging. They get the Baron, they get the kills. And that's a huge win right now for for Infuse. They're looking to take the Elder as well.
The split attention Mineski gives to these objectives and the opposing team is definitely a point of contention. It's not something you want to do. If you're going for the Baron, go for the Baron. If you're going for the bait or the counter engage, go for them. If you're going through this, it's just gonna give openings for Infuse to actually close this game out. And this actually gives control, a lot of control onto Infuse. Let's see if Mineski can try and steal this.
It's a Dark Elder Dragon pit right now, and EXO trying to put down the damage that he can. No surefire engage right now. 2 members down from Mineski. It's a 5v3. And Infuse are looking to deny this one from Mineski. The ult goes down from Gertrude, and James just gets deleted from the map. EXO, he can't do much here, and it's going to be a free Elder Dragon. That's going to be huge amount of movement speed to help out the rotations from Infused.
I mean, it doubles the very negligible Cloud Dragon buff, but it does give them the burn damage on top of all that. Plus, a 6k gold lead, or a 5k gold lead, combined with the stat boosts, the value gain from the Baron buff and that Elder Dragon buff. It seems like right now Infuse has the key to try and finish off this game.
Yeah, that's huge.
They're just barreling through the rest of these objectives.
So much damage coming in from Infuse right now. They're looking to end the game. Nice double stun from EXO, but there's going to be no follow-up there.
Lots of damage onto JRM, though.
Yeah, still going over onto the mid inhibitor turret, and JRM very, very low right now, although there is...
He does have the lifesteal. Let's see if, I think he's going to depend on that for the sustain.
Stacking up so much damage there. There's another double stun, and there's going to be Noel focusing down JRM. Will they be able to get anything? There's the stun. Zensho looking to try and land the damage there, but he actually focuses. Gertrude instead. Infuse are going to be forced to back away because their top lane is actually very pushed right now. So I think
big wave.
Yeah, that wasn't very efficient Baron used by Infuse. Way too excited to take up that Elder Dragon to mid. They actually don't get anything, and Baron's expiring.
They do get 2 turrets. Infuse does get 2 turrets, but that's it. Not a lot of map pressure gain other than the mid lane turrets. The inhibitor is still up. That's the big thing.
Yeah. So things are Mineski not out of the fight just yet, although they are behind by quite a lot of gold. 46 minutes. We are in the game.
Zensho's nearing 400 CS.
Yeah, wow. That's insane.
I don't think it reaches the Flame Horizon, though, because the Flame Horizon definitely needs really fast CSing, like 300 by 20 minutes.
Yeah, Mineski.
That's a big number, though.
Oh, so much damage coming out of GRM and ZX right now, trying to poke in to this inhibitor. No way for them, though, to surely engage unless Hechizo gets that insect kick, which is very difficult, actually, right now. And Noel trying to scout out an opening. He does have his ult up. See what move these teams decide to make right now. EXO still trying to land those double bombs, and wow, JRM, what are you doing there?
Very scary positioning.
Guardian Angel right now as well for him, and there's the ult, but he does Arcane Shift out, and Mineski, wow, still trying to engage, and JRM, he's all alone here. No one to help peel for him. Akil is way on the other side. There's ZXC to put down some damage, and EXO actually lands a kill onto Hechizo. Akil using the ult now. Ham is very low, and Gertrude looking for the backline engage. He does get quite low as well, and Noel trying to use that CC. He does land a stun, and there's the double bomb to secure the kill. Infused. Seriously, what went wrong there? I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, JRM definitely giving an opening for Mineski, and Mineski playing that Sivir composition just goes straight for it. Speed boost, fearless, going in. getting 2 kills out of that. JRM definitely needs to mind his positioning.
Yeah, I mean, Infuse is not controlling their waves properly. These waves are not pushing in their favor while they push into mid. I mean, you could send Gertrude and Hechizo to push those top and bot lanes and just have ZXC and JRM poke in the middle while waiting for those lanes to push out. But Mineski,
yeah,
you know, they just engage when they need to. And whoa, Zensho getting very low there with the ult coming in from ZXC, and James backing out as well. The poke is real right now from Infuse, and they're going to be forced to back out. Huge bot wave pushing in, and there's going to be the ult on the hunt coming in from Mineski. JRM is actually going to be focused because of the ult from Noel. There's a lot of damage coming in. Guardian Angel procced, and no one to save you because Akil is dead. JRM's going to die next. Now it's going to be a 5v2. There's only 2 members left right now, and I don't think they can be enough to defend this base. That's going to be a pretty much free inhib. Is Mineski looking to take this game right now? They're going to keep pushing in, I think. And I don't know if ZXC can defend this, although the wave clear is there. They're going to focus the top lane next.
Backdoor this.
Yeah, TG, there's this drop portal to try and push out the wave, but that top lane is actually going to be helping out to secure that top lane inhibitor turret. There's the ult. James goes down, and that's going to be another engage right now. 2 members, 3 members trying to do what they can to delay the taking of this second inhibitor. Right now, Gertrude still has the Guardian Angel, but he's going to be focused down, and that's going to be ZXC taken down as well. It's only Gertrude and Hechizo left. But Mineski right now just having fun and enjoying the insane speed boost engage they get right now in Gertrude. Oh, he's focused down. It's just going to be the finishing kill right now onto Gertrude. Hechizo trying to do what he can at the base. Oh, okay. Let's just delay a bit longer. And that's going to be a kill. This rot not going to be enough to save them. And that's going to be Mineski, I think, pretty much finishing this game and looking to secure their own playoff spot for Rampage. Just like I said, this will give them, from 9, it will become 12 points for them to secure a spot in the playoffs right now. And man, perfect way for them to end the group stage right now. It's going to be another Nexus turret going down. Can they secure it? JRM is up again. He's trying to put down the poke damage, and Hechizo, will he be able to find some form of engage? Akil right now trying to find the engage that they need. There's the shield, and Hechizo goes in. He procs the Guardian Angel onto James, and JRM full health right now. He's still looking. EXO gets the kill, but they're focusing the turret right now. And ladies and gentlemen, GG, well played. Mineski win for a 2-0 against Infuse.
That was such a hard-fought win there. And in the end, they just get together and play the Sivir composition right. They just come barreling through, fearless and dauntless.
Yeah,
wow.
Man, I seriously think Infuse did not play that mid to late game well.
Yeah, they definitely had the upper hand earlier, but wow.
Man, so let's take a look at the end game. So taking a look at the KDAs there, everyone has actually pretty messy KDAs aside from EXO.
EXO actually,
who really stepped up in the mid to late game, landing those crucial double stuns to set up for the team. I mean, I didn't say they had 0 engage. I said they had very unreliable. But
engage.
EXO, you know, stepping up with those skill shot aiming.
I do think Noel had a huge part in setting up these team fights for Mineski. That's definitely
the synergy from Mineski was great. They knew when to engage, especially when Infuse would make these mistakes. They'd capitalize on it. They'd engage in those choke points. And Infuse, seriously, did not play the composition that well this game. I mean, they had pretty good poke, and the damage was there,
onto them.
But for some reason, JRM and ZXC always getting caught out and not able to set the waves, not able to properly manage the waves. So sadly, we won't be seeing Infuse recuperating for today. Mineski, GG, well played to them. They were able to get to 2-0, which means 3 points from 9. They go straight to 12 points, and I'm pretty sure that's a playoff
I think that
spot.
secures their spot for the playoffs.
So far, it's Imperium Pro Team, Mineski, and G-Hub so far who are going to enter Rampage. That's not final, so not just yet, but so far they are looking like the teams to enter Rampage. And again, we are still going to have the next 2 games. The next set will be between G-Hub and War Gods La Liga Pilipinas.
So we'll see if G-Hub actually does get that playoff spot.
Yes, that is true. I mean, LLP, no chance anymore, but they are looking to at least have a nice finish in the group stage of the Pro Gaming Series.
At least put a dent in the points of G-Hub.
Yeah, that's true. So again, we're just going to take a short break. Do watch out for Match and Win later. Still, the code is up for grabs, so we'll be back after a short break. Again, I'm Amplifier.
And I am Atlas.
And we'll see you guys later.
play with me, says it will be fun. R.I.P. to my match history when all these games are done. Cause I don't recall the memory of any games you've won. Here we go, please don't throw. You don't have to worry, I got this. Yeah, I'll get for you worry, for sure. First I need my nachos, I'm starving. We were all downloading, please don't go. Oh, oh, oh. This is why I hate to play with you. Always dying, never trying. Oh, you go AFK when I need you. We were fighting, you were dying. Oh, and you always end up hating me. You call this having fun, and you said that you would get for me, but laning phase is done. I've been waiting 20 minutes for some help with this loop of where'd you go? Please don't throw. You don't have to worry, I'm on it. I'll be there in a hurry, for sure. But it's my turn in Hearthstone. 1 minute when we started grouping, please don't go. Oh, oh, ooh. This is why I hate to play with you. Always dying, never trying.